Hello, Cooper Glover, 1972 here. Of course, you know me as Brian. So, anyways, I got, I think I'll put in the title something like, well, I don't think it's going to be a stream this Saturday. Um, so, let me elaborate upon that a little bit. Um, I got a complaint that I was playing the guitar too loud, um, so I have to, sorry, rethink how I'm gonna go about doing guitar streams. So um, there's probably a few alternatives, and I think, well, let's see, there'd be about maybe four ways of going about doing this. So the first way would be the way I'm doing it now, but playing the guitar at a lower volume, um, and then tonight, before I recorded this, because it's 7:52 in the evening now, Eastern Time, Thursday. I watched a stream by a guy. His channel's Psycho7. I'll put it here. SYKOSEVIN. So he was streaming, doing some music, and he was talking about how I can take the GarageBand music and have the people that are watching the stream actually hear it themselves rather than hear it through my microphone off of my Mac. Um, so that's an alternative. That's another way of going about maybe fixing this problem. Then I can turn the guitar amp volume down all the way, and just the people watching the stream will be able to hear the guitar sound. Um, I am wondering, with the guitar um, amp, if you turn it all the way down, with maybe the feedback goes away entirely. I'm not quite sure on that. But I guess maybe that's something I'll have to live with if that's the case. Um, Also, what else can I say? Oh yes, so yeah, I got a delay pedal in, I think it was January. Pretty sure it was January, and I got a wah pedal in, I think it was December. And I think the wah pedal boosts the sound because there's this purple button on the back of it, on the right side back of it, and it looks like it boosts the sound a bit. Um, it's I think it's called a 535Q. There's a video on my YouTube channel, a guitar stream announcement video. I show all three of my pedals that I use. My Ditto looper pedal, which I have an earlier YouTube video few years back that shows me using my Ditto looper pedal. And I also show the 535Q wah pedal. I show that in this more recent video, maybe a few months ago. So I show the Ditto looper pedal. I show the 535. I think it's called a 535Q delay. I mean, not the delay. Wah pedal. And then the third thing I show is the delay pedal I bought recently, which is the Walrus. Yeah. So, anyways, so I think the delay pedal and the wah pedal might be amplifying the sound of the amp, because I have been playing it at a 3 before I got those, and I had it playing at a 3 when I plugged those in. Psycho 7 was talking about, like, don't fry your machinery, your computers or whatever, your pedals and stuff, So I think there is a way to play GarageBand, um, like I do right now streaming. But but then there's a few other alternatives. So I might do it maybe even in the kitchen rather than out in the rest of my apartment where I have been doing it. And these are two other alternatives. So one of them is one of them would be a stream, the other one would be a premiere. So the stream would be basically sort of the same as I'm doing, but the guitar tracks would already be recorded, probably with my headphones on, with the amp volume down, and that wouldn't be on a stream. That would just be recorded. And then when I do the stream, I would play what's on GarageBand off of the Mac speakers, so you could just hear it, you could see it, but I wouldn't be actually playing the guitar during the stream. And then there's a fourth alternative. The fourth one is to do a premiere. So premiere, I could, and I sort of like the idea of the premiere. What I could do is, I could talk about the construction of a song, either in the past or one I'm currently working on, and talk something. Maybe there'd be shots of me here talking about guitar track one or whatever, and or speeding up the tempo of the drums or whatever, and then providing you with an example. So in that particular instance, you might hear the sound better compared to through my computer mic, hearing the speakers. So that's basically how this might evolve. Probably is going to evolve, So I have to think through these options. I have to think through this a bit. I recently I thought of going to a guitar teacher, because I'm afraid I'm going to adapt certain patterns with my fingers on the fretboard that are not correct, and they'll be hard to unlearn after many years of playing. And I've been playing basically since 2018. So I think I've done some good stuff, I guess, but I shouldn't say I guess. I think I have done some good stuff and some bad stuff too. But maybe I could get even further level with some guitar lessons. I don't know. Don't like put it in the bank right now, but I mean, I might. I'm thinking of it. And then let me get to some other news as well, because I don't think I'm gonna be, no, I won't stream this Saturday. I'll put in the announcement for this video, no stream this Saturday. I have to figure out where I'm gonna go from here. So no streams until further notice, I'm gonna say. So in other news regarding albums, I talked about the Punk album. So I've been working on that. Not recently, maybe not in the last week, but maybe last week I was. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, I think it's showing promise. I think it's, I'm not really, anytime I play the guitar fast, I'm playing the guitar fast, because I have done songs in my past where I sped the guitar playing up with the computer doing it. But I did do it on one of these Punk songs because I thought it worked better that way. But most of the time these days, if you're hearing me play the guitar fast, I'm playing the guitar fast. So they got the Punk album going. I still have to insert lyrics, and like I said, I think it was my last stream announcement last week. Because of the controversial nature of the titles of the songs and the lyrics, in order not to have my YouTube channel pulled off, I'm going to have to do two versions of the album, a censored version and then an explicit version. So the explicit version is going to be put on a separate channel. I might think of a band name, even though technically I'm not a band, for this album. And the title of the album is going to be called School. I guess maybe that's sort of influenced by a Nirvana song called School. But so the channel that it's designed for will have the explicit lyrics and the explicit titles. And then my regular YouTube channel, Cooper Glover 1972, maybe also put this on the Rock and Ronin 47 channel, which is just my music on that channel. It doesn't have all my music that you see featured on my Kubrick Lover 1972 channel, but I tried to set that up so people could just go to the music, but I haven't been uploading all the music that you see on Kubrick Lover on the Rocking Ronin. I've only done it like a tiny bit on there compared to what I have on my Kubrick Lover channel. But with the punk album, what I would do with the Kubrick Lover channel was basically I would just have the music play and title those songs punk song number one, punk song number two, punk song number three, and so on. So that's how I go about doing that. There's the Planet Earth slash Mother Earth album. I think Mother Earth would be the better title. Um, Addressing topics such as overpopulation, the 98% poor, the 2% rich, the um, global warming, AI, the internet, um, stuff like that. It's a concept album like the Hiroshima album. And then I guess the last thing I have to bring up is I'm doing the best hits album, which is being called a lightning in a bottle. So it's in two volumes because it's pretty thick with songs, lots and lots of songs. It has to be put into two volumes, so it's goes back to like 2012 or so. But the first music files on my channel might have been I think 2014. So basically, as I've been compiling it together before I haven't edited songs yet. Like I don't know, like if I have a song that's too long, like one of them's like Doom and Gloom, 50 minutes long, and it probably only needs to be on like for 5 minutes or so. So, and then some songs that I've compiled that I've been working on, adding together with other songs, next to each song, a song here and then a song next to that and a song next to that. I have to deliberate whether or not I want to keep every single song on the best hits album. But what I'm doing right now is I'm compiling songs that I'm thinking about, and I don't know if I'll keep all of them on the best hits album or not. We'll see. And I've been working on volume one currently, which basically goes back to 2014 when I started my YouTube channel, and so I'm still working on that half of the album. I'm getting close to finishing volume one. I think I got like 16 songs or something that I gotta put onto iMovie. Um, um, so yeah, and I'm putting like at the start of every year it says like part one 10 years ago, part two 9 years ago, and so on and so on. And the files are so huge. Just volume one is so huge because I don't know. I did a few years worth, and I got about hour and a half in with that one. So I didn't want to overload the computer's hard drive, so I saved that to external hard drive, and then I started the next year up, and I haven't finished that year yet, and that was an hour and a half file. So, and these are big gigabyte files. They're like, I don't know, 6 gigabytes and 4 gigabytes or whatever. So it's pretty huge. So, I have to compile all those songs. Then the next step after that is I have to take each part of those, join it all together, put it into one file, then bring it back into iMovie and decide what goes and what stays. I'm sort of, how you say with writers, like they don't want to take certain parts out, but they say kill your darlings because some things that you put in a novel or whatever don't really need to be in there. So that's sort of the same process happening here with the music. And it's called lightning in a bottle because I don't know where to put my fingers on which frets and which strings I had them on, and which fingers I had on which keys on the MIDI keyboard I had on, and what octaves they were. So that's why it's called lightning in a bottle, because I don't know how to repeat it. So that's basically. So yeah, I'm working on volume one. Volume two, when volume two is and oh yeah, and another thing is volume one. I maybe. I'm still deliberating on this. I have to see how long it is first. So it's at least 3 hours long, I would say, right currently, not being finished yet. But it's like my Hiroshima album was 4 hours and 2 minutes long. The actual album, I believe, is 3 hours and 15 minutes audio wise, but with the dissolves and the intro at the start of oh, hey, okay, I think I'm fine there. This is an old Mac, that's why it does that. But the intro at of the Hiroshima album, the end credits, and the dissolves between the various songs made it a longer album, so it extended it by 47 minutes. So yeah, so these are giant projects, these two albums and this best hits volume 1 and 2. So volume 2 will start off with Collaborators because Collaborators is more recent. Okay, so that happens on my old Mac. It gets choppy after a certain amount of minutes. You see it in my Blu-ray and DVD hauls videos, my pickup videos. You see that a lot, or recommendation videos of movies. Then I have to chop it, cut it, and I have to come back on again. Okay, so anyways, so the second volume of the best hits would be, I'd start off with the collabs first, even though technically they're not earlier than the stuff at the start of volume 2, but I think Collaborators, just putting it in a separate category is good. So I'll start off with the collaborations. After the collaborations are done, then I go into the best hits. So the collaborations are Colorful Energy, Robbie Stengel, Man Musician Magician, Rides a Dark Leela. And I think I could pull off Midnight Bandits video off his channel and just put it on mine. I think you'd be okay with that, but we'll see, whatever. But anyways, the collabs first, and then on to the more recent music. Recent being like something like 5 years or less, because before that you had 10 years or less, 10 years to 6 years, or however that works out. I think I'm on this 6 years ago or 5 years ago right now. 6 years ago. I think I'm still on the 6 years ago part of the compiling the album right now. So, and maybe even some of the songs that I like that are good, I might shorten them up a bit, fade the volume on it. We'll see. Probably, no, this is not going to be a rush process, I don't think. Oh yeah, and this Friday, for announcements, Jeff, Metalhead Hippie, has his 4-year anniversary show starting at 4 p.m. Eastern. A metal show. I submitted a metal track that's a metal song that's unlisted. So after he plays it on his show, I'll unlist it. There's a song I did that's not up on YouTube, and I'm deliberating whether or not I should premiere it on Thomas Christ Show, and I might do that. So yeah, and I might, take some, if I'm not playing with the guitar for a few days or whatever, I don't know. But I mean, if I decide just to edit some music, that I already have been working on, I might put some of that up in YouTube. So yeah, I don't know when the cutoff date for the best hits album volume 2, where the very end of the album is. How recent I want to go. I'm gonna have to think about that. So, anyways, I'm sorry for the long video, but I have to go through this process to explain all this. So, yeah. Okay, and I guess because I'm not because I won't stream this Saturday, I'm just going to go through a quick run through of people that stream musically throughout the week. So we got Metalhead Hippie on Friday, 4 p.m., where he does originals. Except for this week, it's a metal show for the 4-year anniversary of his show. On Sundays, he has this one's a co-op, and the community hang, I guess, was Tuesday. I can't remember, but he does a show on Sunday starting at 8 p.m. Eastern, which features originals, covers, collaborations. And okay, let me see who's next. So Monday we have Rick Romanelli. I don't know. His time has been moving around. He's a guitarist. I think he's situated right now in about the 5 p.m. Eastern time block. He plays maybe for an hour or so. Community Pulse with Frank Terzo, which is 7:15 every Monday Eastern time, where I guess he has a co-host and interviews somebody. And let me see. I'm trying to go through my Rolodex of various people throughout the week. You got Rise of Dark Leela Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and I think she starts at 4:20 p.m. Eastern time. You got Thomas Christ Wednesday. He starts at he was starting at 5, then 6. I think he's for the moment, maybe for a little while, he's going to be at 7 p.m. So 7 p.m. on Wednesdays, he does originals, covers, and he has people submit originals, covers, and collabs. And he does his own show where he does his own music Saturdays. Maybe that's at 7 p.m. Let's see, who's next? Jade Starr. Maybe she's on every day. She interviews somebody. Maybe it's like 6 o'clock in the evening Eastern time most days, and she does a workshop thing. Maybe iOS stuff. Computer-related music. Let me see. Then there's Ron Ward. I don't know if he consistently streams every Thursday, but he's another person that's like Metalhead Hippie or Thomas Christ, that shares music. Pete Johns with GarageBand shows. You might have to go into the search bar on YouTube and put in these names so you can find out exactly when they're streaming. You have other people. Dom Torgrosa, his channel might now be titled The Dom Father, DOMFATHER, and his partner in crime, or however you want to put it, his a person that he works with a lot is Chris Lane Sr. Like, what I mean is they have a show together, which is on at the same time. So, like, if you go on Chris Lane's channel, you see the same stream as you do on Dom Torgrosa's. So, excuse me. And Independent Mini United, I don't know exactly when everybody streams, so please excuse me, I can't remember. Axe and Nacho, Valerie Bob, BHAT. Then you got Pendar and Mandar. I think it's Pendar's channel does karaoke, which I think is Saturdays. The Falcro on Wednesdays, I think. Camp G May Saturdays. I thought he started at 10 p.m. Eastern, but maybe he starts at 9 or 8 Eastern. But yeah, so those are some of the people that stream throughout the week on YouTube. So I'm gonna say goodbye. I don't watch all the streams during the week because it cuts down like on watching my movie collection. I've got to make some progress on that. That was like a New Year's resolution of mine, is to watch my movie collection. And it was other streaming top people too, not just music YouTubers. But I like to watch some other streams that are not music related. Some movie people, for example. So, anyways, I'm going on and on. Maybe I'm boring you, but that's the status of my channel currently. So, anyways, have a good day, good night, good morning, wherever you are, and I'll see you in the near future. Bye now.
Well, we've kept them waiting long enough. Let's do it to them.
Come on, Mick! Let's go, Mr. Shrimpton! Rock and roll! Rock and roll! Let's go then.
going to be a great show.
No, it's not an exit. It's not an exit.
We don't want an exit.
No, that's true.
Oh, this way.
I
I'm
think
sorry.
so, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
this
way.
way.
Let's go. Wait, this looks familiar though.
Listen.
It really does.
Let's not lose it, though. Let's not lose it.
What the fuck is he? You know, he should be here.
We gotta get to it somewhere. We've been on stage, right?
We're in the group. Why, sure. We're in the group that's playing tonight. You go right straight through this door here, down the hall,
Yeah,
turn right,
yeah.
and then there's a little jog there, about 30 feet. Jog to the
We don't
left.
have time for that.
Go straight
We'll
ahead.
trust you. We'll
Go
trust you.
straight ahead,
Yeah.
turn right the next two corners, and the first door you sign, authorized personnel only,
Yeah.
open that door. That's the stage.
You think so?
You're authorized. You're
We've got the
musicians, aren't you?
guitars, Yeah. All right,
That's
thank you. Thank you very much. Rock and roll.
Rock and roll! Yeah, let's get it!
No, this
No, this is this way. This way.
straight
Rock
to it.
and roll! Rock and roll! Here we go! Hello, Cleveland! Hello, Cleveland!
You must have made a wrong turn.
We gotta go another way.
Other way. Other way. Other way.